Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're joining us from. I invite you to our session today. This is an event where we do a little info session where we learning about our SI Open Accelerator series. I will share the link with you for the Miro board here in the chat, so you can all be part of the Miro board. And maybe I'll pause for a minute so we have people joining in. I would like to let you know that this session is being streamed live on YouTube, so I hope it's all okay with all of you. So the main objective of this event today here is to help you understand what SI Open Accelerator series is and how you can gather your thoughts around how you would like to attend and organize your time for these events. So the whole event today will run in these four main sections. The first section here is icebreaker section where we are just gathering us together, learning about each other, and then doing a bit of fun exercise. The one in the center here is where I do a lot of talking, where I introduce what SI Open Accelerator series is, how it's organized, and what was our thought process, and how it would flow between the duration. Here is also another little sneak peek about what is coming alongside SI Open Accelerator series, and this is the conclusion of today's event. Just want to also highlight that there is a section here called questions where you can gather your thoughts, and you can also put some stickies there in case you have any queries that you would like to be answered. So let's brace ourselves. This is the event for today. I am Asra. I am joining you all from Bonn in Germany. I did a lot of talking, but I wanted to introduce myself a bit later when a lot of you are here. We have Joss, who is the co-host and facilitator of today's session, and also we both will be there for the entire 6 weeks journey with you. So I hope you get used to seeing us a lot. So I'm joining from Bonn and Joss is joining from London. We are both part of the SI core team at the network. So I hope you all have the link to the Miro board with you in the chat. I will just bring all of you to me. We have a bit of a fun exercise. We would want to know with what expertise you're joining us with in this SI Open Accelerator series. So we would like you to maybe just pull up a dot of your choice and then put it across the level that you think that defines you in terms of if you know the concepts of systems innovation or if you're just getting started with it. So maybe we'll do this for about a minute. I will also run the timer for us. So maybe some music. Okay, so I really like how these dots are arranged alongside the curve from different levels. So this is good, and I think we are on the right path here, learning about different methods there. So just the next question in this icebreaker section here is, what is the biggest challenge you're currently facing in your work or in your project? We would love to hear about them. So the main idea of getting this information from all of you is for us to get organized because this whole SI Open Accelerator series is around the challenge. So we would like to learn what is the challenge that you're facing so we can help you navigate this better in this whole series coming up. I will still also run the timer for about a minute, so it gives us some time to think and reflect. Maybe I'll do it for 2 minutes. Um, These are really very interesting stickies. I see a lot around getting other stakeholders in the process introduced to systems thinking and how can we create that narrative around the importance of this. These are some challenges that I see, and also around building an ecosystem around things. So this is what we will also cover in the SI Open Accelerator series. So I'm happy that you are coming with these challenges. And I also see that something around bond. So I think I know who it is, but it's quite interesting. Thank you for putting up there. I see a lot of you are all already here. So just grab a dot from there and put it in the location that you're joining us from today. We really love doing this exercise here because we really like to know how diverse our participants are, and we are always happy to know it's quite spread across the world. And I think that really facilitates very collaborative learning and also a lot of contextual insights that really helps these interactions throughout the series quite interesting. So as you're doing that there, I will quickly also very gently move us to this section here. This is where I do a lot of talking and get you introduced to the SI Open Accelerator series. This whole section is about four main themes. First is getting you introduced to what the series is about. The second one is about what are the requirements and how should you be organized and how the events are organized within the SI Open Accelerator series. And the third section here is about the different programs that we are running across the 6-week journey here, and what are the outcomes of the 6-week journey that you do with us. So first one here is what is SI Open Accelerator series. So this is a 6-week program. We have twofold interest in designing this program for you. We would like to emphasize all of you, all the participants who are joining the series, to get deeper understanding of what systems innovation is and what are the tools and methods that you would require to apply systems innovation or systems thinking perspective to a real life challenge. So that's why our second objective is that we would like to give you a hands-on experience with applying these tools to a specific challenge and then helping you lead a systems change initiative. So this is what we would like to really emphasize through the Systems Innovation Open Accelerator series. So the whole program will run about 6 weeks, and this is online event, and um, we have also the peer coaching sessions happening simultaneously in these 6 weeks, and we have some group of mentors who will help us through this. So the key design principles for us in designing this series is that this is organized around a wicked challenge. The whole program is based around the different methods and tools that you can use to apply systems thinking to real life challenges that you're facing in work, but also just to help you understand how you can approach a challenge. This is also hands-on, where you can learn to apply these tools around a challenge almost immediately in an event after you've learned a concept. In each of the sessions that we are designing, there will be examples, so you can understand how these applications work in real life and how you can also take some insights away from the case studies that we present in each of these events. This is a peer-to-peer learning cohort. We hope that you get a lot of insights and learnings from the other participants who are joining us in these events. So this is about what it is. Now let's also get ourselves introduced to who is this for, do I qualify for being part of the SI Open Accelerator series. One thing that we would like to also stress upon is that SI Open Accelerator series, we would want somebody who has already explored what systems innovation is about and is in like a bit above the basic and in the medium level of understanding of systems thinking and the perspective of applying systems innovation. The requirements for joining this series is that there are guides in the Systems Innovation Network. There are 21 of them to be more precise. We would recommend you that you have gone through all these guides, because these guides offer a process, like a basic understanding of what systems innovation is and how we like to approach this at the network. And this is also a guideline for us to apply and learn them. It's good that now we are 2 weeks away from when the program is starting, so maybe you can also hurry up and maybe brush up your understanding about this from the guides. So for the time, the commitment that we would require from you is that 2 to 4 hours. 2 hours is the amount of time that the event will run for every Wednesday, and four because we will also want you to go through the tools that we have discussed in these events, and then we would also want you to attend our peer coaching session. More about that coming in some time. So for participating in the Accelerator series events, it's free, but then if you would like to get greater insight into the content that we are using and also get access to these guides and toolkits, we would appreciate if you could take a subscription so you can access them all. Well, of course, the question arises is what will actually happen in SI Open Accelerator series? How would you like to shape your expectations around it? So the SI Open Accelerator series, it will start with an introductory info session, which is what we are doing right now. And it will be followed by 6 weeks long, 6 sessions happening consecutively starting on June 4th. Then there will be a concluding final session. Alongside this track of events where we're learning about different tools and methods, they will also run a simultaneous track of peer coaching sessions where you can bring your challenge to this session, and then where we can apply and learn what we have learned in that week in this challenge that you brought to us, and we can learn to collaborate and see how we can progress and navigate the challenge that you are coming with. Just to also tell you that each session will run about 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. And then it will always start at 5 PM CET on every Wednesday, starting from June 4th. and will run for 6 weeks. We have the other track, which I told you about, the peer coaching session. It will run on every Monday at 3 p.m. CET and will run for about an hour. All of these events will be conducted or organized online on Zoom, and we will use Miro as a software to get us learning. So you would also would like to know how this whole 2 hours are like categorized or distributed in terms of what we learn and how we interact with each other. So there are 4 main sections to how we organize these events. In the first section, we introduce you to the ideas, and then we talk about how the different concepts that are involved in each of these themes that we deal with the different weeks. And then the second section, we learn about the different tools that exist within the theme of the week. And the third section is where we are introduced to different case studies and examples from the world that have happened real time. So we get an understanding and we can take away some insights from it in applying to our challenges or get us ready for the initiative whenever we do one. And the last part of the event will focus on practicing these tools that we have learned around the challenge, so we can really reflect and collect our thoughts around what we have learned, so we can apply them immediately and also have any questions we get answered. So this is how it's organized. The third section in this one here is really about how you should organize your time so you can come and join us for these 6-week-long journey of SI Open Accelerator series. So today we are doing the info session. On starting from June 4th, we'll have the week 1 where we'll deal about different strategic challenges, and we'll also get an overview into systems innovation. In this, we will also help you understand how you can develop a mindset to start looking at things in a more systemic perspective. So that's very interesting, and I think it really helps us get started. That's week 1. In week 2, we will get introduced to different methods and tools that we will use in systems innovation and for creating a systems change. In week 3, we will talk about different other challenges that exist in, using this perspective, and we will learn about systems thinking tools. In week 4, this is where we start talking about how can we make these collaborations happen. So we also talk about stakeholder collaborations and how creating a narrative and creating that kind of value for each other will bring together a lot of stakeholders together and then facilitate co-creations. And in this week, we will also learn about the tools of systems mapping. In week 5, we are getting ready for setting up a lab, setting up a project, and learning how to design for transitions. In week 6, which is the last of the week, we will learn how we can build an ecosystem around a systemic for a systemic change or for an initiative that we have taken. And this is the last session, which is beyond the accelerator, and we will talk about this in a few minutes. So the last section here is the outcome sections, which is how you would feel coming out of the SI Open Accelerator series. The first one is you would have gained a deeper understanding of how you apply different methods of systems innovation, and then how do you define different key dimensions that exist in the process of systems innovation. You would have got a hands-on understanding of how to use the tools, and maybe you would have applied to different challenges in the event or outside. Then the project is you would have gained an insight into how you can develop a project or how you can lead one, really getting all the stakeholders aligned around the perspective of systems thinking. And we hope that you would have, progressed in integrating systems approaches into your works or challenge areas. Well, on the screen now here, you see the resources. These are the ones that we would use throughout the SI Open Accelerator series. I will pause for a minute and maybe also bring you to this part of the board, which is the questions section. In case you have anything so far, if you have from what you have heard and learned about SI Open Accelerator series, if you have any questions, this is where you can put them. So in this section, I will talk about the simultaneous track that's running alongside the Tamara, can we come back to you after this section? And maybe if that's okay, you can also put your question there. Thank you. So here is what we are learning about the simultaneous track that's running alongside the accelerator series, which is a peer coaching session. The main intention of this session is that you bring some challenges that from your work or from your life, like a project, and then we will use this session to focus on these challenge and learn how to apply the tools that we have learned in the preceding Wednesday session to apply to your challenge, and to see how it can help us navigate the problem that you're coming with and how we can build on top of it. So the main aim of this session is that it is challenge focused. We would like to emphasize peer-based learning. Then there will be like mentors who will be part of the session who can help you apply and reflect from your learnings on Wednesdays to the challenge that you're bringing in this session. This is mostly application oriented, and this happens every Monday, start from the time that the Open Accelerator series has started, and this will run about 45 to 60 minutes. So there is this final session that we talked about that is after the 6 weeks sessions have happened. So in this session, what we really encourage is that if you have joined us in the peer coaching sessions, we would want you to come to us in the final session and then maybe present your initial challenges that you came with and share your insights on progress and the learnings that you have gathered in applying these tools that you have learned across or during the accelerator series, and how you have applied this to your challenge and how it has helped you like progress, or what kind of changes in the thinking that you've had. So in the final session is more of like a demo day, but definitely more emphasis on collaboration and really explaining what you have learned and how you have come up with. We really want to create an open space for collaborative learning and get feedback from other participants who are joining in that event. So this is about the peer coaching session and the final session. I just put up a few sections here for us to interact. Maybe you can grab a sticky here and say, how do you visualize the peer coaching sessions? Because your ideas will help us really also design these sessions accordingly for all of you. And then maybe you can also say if you would like to join or not, so we can also get ourselves prepared around what we want to do and how we want to organize these events. So maybe if you're already on the board, I will just bring you all to me. Um, Thank you for putting your thoughts there. We will go through them and use these as our baselines to design our peer coaching sessions coming forth. I would like to request Joss to help us through the website so we know how to find SI Open Accelerator series and keep ourselves updated on that.
Sure. So thank you very much for that, Azra. Hopefully everyone's getting a clearer idea of the overall program, what's going to happen. and outcomes and so forth. Just to jump into some of the logistics on the website here. So you may have seen this space. It's under the Create section. Yeah, this is obviously Systems Innovation Network, and you go down to the Create section, you'll see Open Accelerator, which has its own space there. All the info is here, the info that we looked at today. And then you'll see 3 tabs across the top here. And this is the main one, the one where you're going to find all of the events that we just saw there, the activities as we go through. So we have today's session, you can see at the top there, you signed up for that, so you know how to, register for an event. And then, partaking in the program is simply a question of registering for these different sessions, whichever ones you want to. Of course, we'd encourage you to join all of the live 2-hour sessions and the peer coaching if that's relevant for you. So there we go. We start on June 4th, which is what, 2 weeks away or so. And yeah, as mentioned, it's Wednesdays, 5 p.m. European time. This is UK time you see on the screen. And you simply register for each of those. So relatively simple. Register for the the peer coaches, coaching sessions there that every week, if you wish to. And we have that final session there too. So relatively straightforward. And of course, you can put these into your calendar. When you pop it open, you'll see you register there, and there's a little add to your calendar to do that. The only other thing is if you have any questions you would like to pose to myself or Azra or maybe others, you're welcome to put them into here. You might actually like to say hello just to get this going and get you used to it. So here's a link. Maybe you want to jump in and just say hi from wherever you are in the world and your name, just to all introduce ourselves. That would be pretty cool to see. I'm not sure if this updates in real time, but let's take a look.
We see stand typing there, so I think.
Yeah. Whilst we're waiting, we could maybe grab our first question. I mean, I think that's the website. Any other questions on the website? Is that all straightforward? I mean, you could post your question directly there into the chat if you have any questions about anything. There was a question about the recordings. We're going to create a feed, are we, Ezra, and post them back in here, or where should we put the recordings?
Yeah, we will have an extra section there called feed where we post regular time-to-time recordings. So our events happen on Wednesday, so we will likely do it by Thursday afternoon, European time.
Yeah. Okay, great. And of course, we welcome you to connect with each other. And there's great opportunity. The sessions on Mondays are good opportunities to kind of hear where everyone's coming from, their challenges, and get better connected. So that's that. Anything else about the website here before we jump back to other questions? It's all quite straightforward, really. Alrighty. So do you want to grab the mirror board again, Azra? We'll take a look at those. There's one question, why is it free, if I remember? I could answer that. Essentially, it makes it more accessible to more people, to be honest. These kinds of programs are typically quite expensive and inaccessible to a lot of people. This is, we should say, the second time that we've run this, right? We did the first version at the beginning of the year. A lot of people joined, a lot of people got value from it. And I think many of them wouldn't have if they were having to pay whatever it is, 1,000, 2,000 euros. So we are a community platform. We like to do things in an open way. We think this is a great opportunity to upskill people in the methods, and we think that's important. So that's why we do it for free. Of course, we'd hope that you purchase a subscription so as to support with the finances. Should we move on? Transcriptions in Spanish, would it be possible? Maybe Zoom could do that. I imagine there's a widget, an app at this stage, which may translate things for you. We have some of the guides on the website in Spanish at this stage, but I might, look into Zoom's translation features. Will sessions be recorded? They will be. We talked about that one. Is the idea to both a Monday and Wednesday session, or are they standalone? So you don't have to join the Monday session. The Wednesday sessions are the main ones. So I would encourage you to join all of those. And the Monday ones are optional for those who want to think about how to apply this to their specific challenge. That's what we focus on Monday, and have the opportunity to discuss and learn from others, peer coaching around their challenges and your challenges and how you might apply this in that context. So the Monday ones are optional. The Wednesday ones are definitely encouraged if you want to follow the full program. Yeah, any other ones there, Asra?
I think there was one in the chat by Tamara. Just reading.
Yeah, I put it in the top there. If maybe zoom in a little bit as is the top one. Is there still opportunity to join the SI Accelerator? Yes, there is. We haven't started yet. We're starting in 2 weeks on the 4th of June. And you're welcome to share it into your network. Certainly encourage that. And we have space for many people. Last time we had 100 people in the beginning sessions, so there's no real limits here. And we welcome people to join and welcome you to share that. Are there more questions down below?
Got this one being written here by George.
Are the coaching sessions recorded, Ezra? We could share like the Zoom link. You could record them and share the Zoom link. The accelerator focuses more on frameworks or also concrete examples and case studies on how to apply these tools and methods to industry and ecosystems. Yeah, so for each module, we will have an example of how they're applied in that context, and then you yourself will be applying them around a particular challenge in the activity section, which is almost half of the whole session, almost an hour, right? So yes, there will be examples or case studies, and then you will be applying it around a challenge. Any other questions? You can raise your hand and unmute yourself if there's anything you would like to discuss. Great.
I have a quick question. Sorry, I couldn't find the raising hand.
Yep.
The guides, I just got into the Mighty Network that you have. Where can we find those?
The learning guides.
Yeah.
Learning guides. Yeah, so I'll quickly share that as well. So yeah, as mentioned, this accelerator comes after the learning series, which we just finished, which covers the guides. So for the guides, you go to the learning section and it says here guides, and then you'll see them there, 21. You'll need a subscription for this one. But those are the basic ideas that we cover, not in this, but in the learning series. So we'd encourage you have at least read this first one, right, which is the overview, and these main ones here, which is the systems thinking, systems inquiry, transition design, and ecosystem building. Ideally, you've read most of them and maybe even joined for the learning series already. And that will explain the basic ideas. And then the ones we're going to use for this Open Accelerator, there are actually two sets of guides. The methods ones, you'll see them, Azra shared them already or showed them already. And this is the kind of process we're going to walk through. And then the toolkit is the actual tools that we'll be using. And that's what we'll be using. Yep. Hopefully that answers your question, Alex. Alrighty. Any other questions? Do you want to share the screen again then? Maybe move towards the end, Azra, unless, yeah, any final questions? Everybody have everything answered today? They feel like they have all the information they need. They've found the website. They've signed up for those different events, whether it's the Wednesday ones or Wednesday and Thursday, and you all feel you're ready to go in 2 weeks?
I see somebody putting a question here.
Yep, the toolkit is part of the subscription, and the subscription is about 30 euros a month. So you do need a subscription for the toolkit, but not for the methods guides. I showed you two sets there. The the methods ones are open, the toolkit's part of the subscription.
Okay.
Okay. I will say we don't actually have any certification or certification of completion for this program, because it's not really a training program. It's more about, you know, as it says, accelerator. How do you really integrate these ideas into the work that you're doing? So that's our main focus. We have the certification. You'll see that on the website under the learning section for the learning series and other things. We've kind of decoupled it from this because we want to focus on you people really taking this away and applying it in your work rather than just, you know, for a certification.
We do have a question in the chat there, Josh, asking by when do we need to commit? Like, is there any deadline for saying, oh, I would come to this series?
Yeah, well, you can see it's designed in quite a modular way. So you can join the sessions that you want to, right? When and where you can. That's certainly an option. You simply just join the event that you want. As I showed you, you register for it. Of course, we encourage you to join the full thing, but it's quite open and flexible, as you can see, right? So it's really up to you to choose when and where you want to partake. Yeah.
I would maybe pause another minute if in case you have any more questions. Or you can also use the chat section in the website there to ask your questions. Either me or Joss will answer to you, respond to your question. Okay, so okay. I thought there was another question in the chat. So really, I would like to thank all of you for joining us in our session today, and I'm happy that you joined us and you have some takeaways from what this is and how it's designed. So you can really collect your thoughts around what the decision that you would like to make in case you want to join, or how you would like to go about with this journey forward. So here on the screen, you see the first event in this series, which is overview of system innovation and strategic challenges. It's happening on June the 4th. You can use this link here in the sticky that's yellow to register for it. But also you can go through the process that Josh showed to you in some time ago. We would like to get some feedback from you just to see how was your experience in today's session. You can grab a dot of your choice and put it across where you felt it was more relevant for you. And then just to get us some idea, maybe you can also drop in the dots around if you would like to join or not this OSI Open Accelerator series. In case you also have any other feedback or how you want this organized, like maybe some suggestions, you can also grab a sticky and then put it there and then put your ideas.
Great. Maybe we draw to a close. We're a little bit over time. Thanks everyone for joining. Really looking forward to seeing you all in a couple of weeks, getting started, and we'll wrap up for now. Thank you very much, Azza. Talk to you all